Man, hey y'all, welcome back to Bent on the Bayou. Today I'm gonna share a couple of stories and pictures with y'all, all right? It amazes me because at one point in my life, that's all I knew. And I wanted better for myself. I wanted to do something different. But did I know that Cajuns were unique? Nope, I had no clue my life was unique up until these apps. But let me show you. While some people are hunting and fishing for fun as our recreation now, that's not the way my life was. That's the way I had to live. My daddy's parents did it, my daddy, and trickled down on us. And that was the only way I knew to make money. That was the only way I knew he made money. And how we ate, right? And when I tell you I didn't have a choice, I didn't. This is me right here, okay? See, they put me in the boat, y'all. They would make me some pallets, all right? Because no matter what, you still had to make money. We still had to eat, right? So this, I see that it was cold. 9 out of 10, that was probably for crawfish season. But I do see nets in the back. We could have been catching bait fish. But no matter what, I still had to go. I was still raised in a boat. Okay. And it's crazy because no matter what, and like all babies, we have to take naps, right? Again, in a boat. Because our way of life is what we knew. And you still have to make money. Now, when I say make money, that was trapping, hunting, fishing. Okay? There's two different kind of Cajuns. There's water Cajuns and there's land Cajuns. Now, I can't tell you too much about the land Cajuns. From what I understand, one of my friends told me her mama picked cotton and whatever else, and that's how they live. But over here where I'm from, I'm considered a water Cajun, okay? And we lived on the water. Granted, y'all, we had a little bitty old trailer in Pierreport, Louisiana. But I couldn't tell you that was our house. We lived more on the houseboat, the camp, okay, we're gonna call it the camp, than what we did at our house. When we went out there to the camp, before school, we basically lived there. We had a generator, we had a cistern, and if you don't know what a cistern is, it's one of the big things that catch all the rainwater. Okay, that was our clean water. We bathed with, we ate with, was a cistern water. Now, sometime when it was dry, we would take bayou water and boil it, right? So this is my mama. This is my mama right here, y'all. Okay? If you notice, the doors are open. The only time we had electricity was at night when we had a generator. It was back there in the marsh. No running water, no electricity. The houseboat, the camp, stayed open all the time. Okay? And if you look across right here, if you look across, that's my Uncle Joe's camp. Yeah, that was my Uncle Joe's camp. But this is just the inside to show you. This was the outside of the camp. Okay, this was the outside of our camp. Again, if you look behind us, my Uncle Joe back there. So when we wanted to go see Uncle Joe, we would have to take a pirogue and walk across. This was theirs right here. Galafa. I said, take a pirogue and walk across. Ciao. Take a pirogue and paddle across. I told y'all, this is going to be real and raw. Ain't no cutting and all that nonsense, all right? Anyway, this was theirs back there. Okay. And if the kids wanted to go, again, we would get the pirogue and we would paddle across. And if you notice, their stuff was open too, okay? Everything stayed open until you needed the generator that night. So when I tell y'all I literally was raised on the bayou, I was. This was back, we used to launch in Amelia, but it was a 45-minute boat ride. It's somewhere in the back of Houma. It could be in the back of Houma and somewhere else. All I know is we was out there in the marsh. Up until I started school, I couldn't tell you about this little bitty 2-bedroom trailer we had. I couldn't tell you. This was the only life I knew, right? Again, growing up in a boat. And it's funny because when people look at me, they gonna sit there and tell me, oh, you don't know nothing about that life. You know, this is how quick people judge. Because my hair gets done, my nails get done, what I live in, down to even what my kids are doing. Because they in travel ball or any kind of sports like that. You're not a bayou girl. I see a lot of women hunting and fishing with their husbands. Okay? Some of you may be like my cousin Liz. Liz does it by herself, okay? Before she got married, there was a time when Liz done it by herself. We would sit there and watch her. My dad would say, come get Brenda if you need her. Okay? There's women like me and like her who can do it by herself. She kept going with it. I didn't. I took off, but that's a time for another story. But don't believe just by looking at me that I was not a bayou girl. I was a Cajun. I'm one of them bayou Cajuns who had to live that way. I just chose to go a little bit further or try to make something better of my life. And when I say better, that'll be another story. You'll understand when I get there. Have a good day.